Hey guys, welcome back to another edition of Story Time. So I know my last story time was about like life struggles, and yes, there will be more episodes to that one. But I wanted to come on and do like a normal story time, not a series, just a normal story time. I hope you enjoyed the video. Okay, so this story is about when I was in high school. Yes, high school. You know how those high school drama filled days. I think I mentioned this in one of my videos. My parents are West Indian, my dad is Jamaican, and my mother's Guyanese. So growing up in high school, there was all these cliques. You had like the Puerto Rican clique, you had the Dominican clique, you had the black girl clique, and then you had the West Indians, and then you had like the Jamaicans. So the Jamaicans were all in one group, and we mixed and mingled with the other groups, especially like the Guyanese and like the Antiguan and the Trinidadian, but it was mostly like just the Jamaican crew. So I was part of the Jamaican crew, even though my mother is Guyanese. I was always like a part of the Jamaican crew, and it was, let me see, it was me, a girl named, well, if I say her name, no, it was me, this girl, so it was like four of us. I was the tomboy of the group. I was baggy jeans, Tims, flannels. My hair was always braided, like box braids. I always had it like to the back in a bun, on the top as a ponytail. Like, I was just straight tomboyed out. So I never even wore earrings. That's how bad it was. So, everybody, like, we had, like, there's a leader of the crew. I wasn't the leader of the crew. I was very quiet and calm, and I was the calmest one. The leader, she was, like, always getting into fights. I would be the one to, like, tell her, like, don't fight. I remember on her birthday, this girl wanted to fight her. And I was crying. I was like, girl, don't fight her. It's your birthday. Why are you stooping down to her level? And she ended up not fighting the girl. This was in the hallway of the school. So I'm like, okay, good. She's not fighting the girl. So 2 days later, the girl was talking a whole bunch of garbage, and my friend was mad at me because I stopped her from fighting. She was like, oh, because of you, she's now talking crap about me. She's talking about me, and you stopped me from fighting her, and I could have beat her ass a long time ago. Why did you stop me? And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, 'cause that was the best thing to do. First of all, it's your birthday. You all dressed up. Why would you want to fight and mess up your clothes? She's like, yeah, but now people think I'm a punk. I'm like, first of all, you're always fighting somebody. No one thinks you're a punk. It's just that I told you not to fight. You know what I mean? And deep down, you probably didn't want to fight either. And it could, because it was your birthday and you look nice. Your hair was done. Like, we all went shopping. We all looked good that day because it was your birthday. And we're going to rep you. Like, what's up? And you want to fight. So that blew over. That was fine. But, like I said, I was the quiet one of the group. Then we had the leader. Then we had the one that was too extra. Always wanting to, like, be down and go extra hard. And I used to be like, what the hell? And then we had another girl. Well, she was kind of cool like me. Like, she was for the drama, but I wasn't. So it was, like, two quiet ones and then two rowdy ones. So basically, it was like the rowdy one and then the rowdy one and then the quiet one and then the quiet one. So hence, this is me. I'm the quiet one down here. So we were, we would hang out. We would go to like the soccer field, stuff like that. And I went to school out in the Bronx. So you know how the Bronx is, but that's everywhere. It's like crazy. Because I feel like Brooklyn, Jersey, wherever you live, it's some places that are just bad. But we was to hang out at the soccer field. We would go to parties. I would sneak out my house. Like, I was like, yo, I'm down for y'all. Like, let's go. What we gonna do? So it started to transition where I stopped being a tomboy, and I started like to get my hair done. Like, I would like perm my hair and like get my weave done, and I started wearing earrings. I started showing my shape because like I have a shape or whatever. So and the dynamics of the group started to shift because here comes. Well, I would say the lowest on the totem pole only because I was quiet. I'm starting to like really show who I am, and I started dressing like a girl, and everybody was like, damn, Diana, like, how you would act like, yo, you look mad good and, you know, whatever. And I used to be like, really? They were like, yo, like, it was a big thing back then, like, with earrings, like the big old earrings and things like that. And I never wore earrings, but I was like I was transitioning into like becoming like a woman, you know? And they would be like, yo, you don't even have earrings on and you still look good and you so pretty and like, damn, like, you know, you out of your shell, like, you know. And the leader, the two leaders or whatever took notice to that, and I started feeling like they basically were starting to resent me, only because I was always in the shadow and them two were like running it, like they were like the biggest mouths of the crew, and here I am just blossoming into the person that I'm becoming, and it's an issue. But they never told me that it was an issue. Okay. So, you know, like I said, we were always hanging out and stuff like that. So I remember one day in particular, like they wanted to like hang out after school, and I just was like, this is when I was like starting to like pull away from the group, and my vibe started to tell me like, you know, you need to like pull away, you know, pull away. I'm like, all right. So I'm like, I don't want to hang out, so I went home. So the next day when I saw them in school, they were like, oh, we almost had a fight and you wasn't even there to like back us up. You didn't feel like hanging out with us that day. And I was like, well, I wasn't feeling it. I went home. Like, I didn't feel like hanging out that day. Like, what's the big deal? So I was like, oh, in my head, I'm like, oh, okay. Now they like watching my every move. Like, you're blaming me for you almost getting into a fight and I'm not even there. But you're telling me that I didn't have your back because I wasn't there. Like, why did you run your mouth? You're always running your mouth. Just, why can't you just chill? Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's always something with that. I just started, like, being on my own. Just pulling back. At this time, I was dating this guy. And I was just telling him about the whole drama. And he's like, yo, like, it feels like you outgrew them. You know, just start to distance yourself. So I'm like, oh, all right, cool, no problem. So this was around, like, this was springtime. We're rolling into summer when, like, I really was like, school was almost out. I would say it was like it was like June. And things were basically rolling where I'm like, I ain't feeling y'all. But, you know, you want to hang out. It's summertime, you know, you want to be with your friends. You want to hang out with everybody, you know what I mean? Like, you just don't want to just be in the house. You don't have no friends. So I was like, I sucked it up or whatever. So I'm like, all right, cool. So we hanging out, and it was this, I don't even know how we met this guy. I don't even know where he came from. I think one of the girls, one of the leaders of the group knew the guy, and the other leader of the group started to like him. So basically the leader of the group knew him, and then the other girl right under her, as far as rank, I would say, she started liking the guy. But when they met him, I was never around because, like I said, at this time, I'm trying to, like, pull away. So, all right, cool. He ain't nobody. Like, I heard about him, but I never seen him. So, when I saw him, I was like, oh, all right, he ain't nobody. Like, he got, like, nice hair. Like, you know, back in the day, you're like, oh, him have good ear, good, you know, him have nice ear. And I'm like, okay, he has nice hair, but, okay, whatever. So, unbeknownst to me, she's like, she dating him, but I didn't know she was dating him. Like, she never made it seem like she was dating him. So when I started coming back around now, or like popping up here and there, he would try to holler at me, and I used to be like, but she was never around when he used to do it. But I didn't put two and two together, because like I said, I'm not always around, so I don't really know what's really going on. So he was trying to talk to me, and I used to be like, whatever, like, you cool, but whatever. Like, it's no big deal, because I was dating somebody at the time. So, you know, you just talking, like talking just to talk. So I guess somebody must have went back and told her, like, oh, I saw Diane talking to him or whatever. But she started acting funnier after that. So mind you, they was already acting funny when I stopped hanging out with them like that. Now she hearing that I'm like around a guy that she like, or she's dating, or whatever the case was, because I still don't even know if they were dating to this day. So she asked me, like, you like him? And I don't even know the damn boy name. She's like, do you like him? I'm like, no, I don't like him. Like, he right? Like, you already know I got my man, like, whatever. So they kicking it or whatever. So one day I saw him, like, I think I was uptown. I think I was getting my hair done or something. And I saw him, and he was like, yo, let's, he was like, you want something to eat? I'm like, yeah, I just finished doing my hair. I'm hungry. So we went, I think, to some Jamaican restaurant or a beef patty place or something. And I was eating, so somebody must have went back and was like, oh, yeah, him and Diane, they was all linked up. I saw them eating or whatever. I didn't know anybody went back and told her. I'm assuming they did because she was mad. It's like she stopped talking to me. And I'm like, yo, I'm telling like the leader of the group, like, yo, what's going on? Like, why she not talking to me no more? So she's like, oh, I don't know. But she did know because y'all was mad cool. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't lie. So basically, I stopped being around them. And then somebody was having a, oh, a matter of fact, I think the girl that was closest to me as far as like quiet, her mother was opening up a restaurant. And you know how restaurants are, they have like a grand opening. This is uptown, like Gun Hill, like or whatever, you know, like, you know how it is. So in back of the restaurant that she was opening, they had like this open yard. So they was having like a backyard grand opening kind of thing. So they invited me, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna go. Like, what's good? Like, that's fine. So we there, and the guy that I was talking to, he was older than me, so he was sleeping already. Like, by the time I got to the because I wanted him to go with me to the backyard like barbecue grand opening thing. So I'm calling him. He's sleeping because he goes, like I said, he's older than me. He have to work in the morning, so he already went to bed or whatever. So I'm like, all right. So I get there, and everything is fine. We vibing, we cool, we dancing, you know, and we're just having a good time. We eating or whatever. Next thing I know, she attacks me. Like, legit attacked me. Like, that's just me standing right here, like, vibing to the music, and she flat out, she just hit me in my face. So she hit me in my face. We fighting. And I'm like, in the midst of me fighting, I'm like, yo, y'all motherfuckers knew she was gonna fight me? Or she was gonna try to jump me or whatever the hell? So I'm there fighting. And then it's older people there at the party. So, and they break us up. They're like, yo, wow, we're going to go on somebody, like, going crazy. And I'm like, yelling at the leader, like, you knew she was going to do this, right? That's the reason why, because normally when we going anywhere, we all link up, we go together. Like, this one in particular time, nobody called me. Nobody wanted to go with me. Like, nobody was paying me no mind. Nobody was answering my calls. But like I said, I ain't think nothing of it because like we was in limbo as far as like our relationship, our friendship. So I'm like, so I'm yelling at the leader, like I was like, you knew she was gonna jump me? You knew she was gonna jump me? Like, really? Like, really? Wow, that's crazy. She's like, oh, I don't even know what the boy name is. But she's like, oh, yeah, you ain't say that when you was eating lunch with so-and-so. So unbeknownst to me, both the leader and the other girl like him, and they mad at me because the boy liked me, like, because I guess he wasn't giving them no type of play, no type of attention, no nothing. So here I come, and I had lunch with the boy, and the boy keep asking them about me, and they're building up resentment towards me because the guy liked me. So they set it up like, oh, when she come to the barbecue, you gonna fight her, and that's it. So the alpha basically put the other one to fight me because they both liked the boy. And I'm like, first of all, the boy was mad rude. He was disrespectful. He was trying to push up on me. And I'm like, yo, like, and at this time when he was trying to push up on me, I knew that she liked him because she asked me, did I like him? So you already know if a girl asks you or a guy asks you, like, oh, you like such and so, you know that they like that person. They just trying to see if you like them too, to see if you any type of competition. So when she asked me, like, did I like him, I already knew she liked him. So I'm like, why you trying to push up on me and my friend like you? And I used to ask him, like, when I used to see him in passing, I used to be like, yo, you know, such and such like you? And he'd be like, nah, she too skinny, she ain't got no body for me, I don't like girls that's skinny. And I used to be like, alright, whatever. So basically, I was ambushed because a boy liked me. Basically, they set me up to be ambushed because of a boy. Because of a boy. A boy. I call him a boy because he's a boy. Like, he ain't got nothing for you. Like, what he could do for you? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, please. I basically called my boyfriend. I was trying to call him and he was sleeping. So I ended up just getting into a cab and going home. I didn't speak to them for a few weeks. Then I called the leader, like, yo, like, really? Like, really? She's like, oh, you know how she is. She like him and this and this and this. And I'm like, but you didn't tell me she wanted to fight me. Like, y'all always together. I don't really hang out with y'all no more. Like, you couldn't give me a heads up, like, yo, she want to fight you? Because if that's the case, I wouldn't have went, because I'm not fighting over nobody that ain't even my man. You know what I mean? Like, he not my man. Why am I fighting over him? So I'm like, all right, cool. So I saw that this was not going anywhere. The relationship, the friendship, whatever it wasn't going anywhere. So I just stopped speaking to them. Then I saw, like, the leader would call me once in a while. Then I had my daughter, and then she got pregnant with her son. So she saw the birth of my daughter. Like, she saw when my daughter was born. And then I saw when her son was born. And then we just lost track from there. Like, but after that, like, the friendship just fizzled. Like, the friendship just fizzled. We just stopped talking to each other. I lost her number, or I deleted it. Most likely I deleted it. I always delete shit. Because if I ain't fucking with you no more, I delete your shit. Like, I delete your shit. So yeah. So basically, we just lost contact, and I haven't seen them in years. I saw the girl that I fought. I saw her about 5 years ago, and she couldn't believe it was me. Like, she kept looking at me on the train like, that's Diana? Like, and I was going to work, so my face was beat and I looked good, and I was like, I didn't stare her down, but I just was like making sure that if she trying to run up on me, I'm ready. But I was just standing there like, yeah, this is me. Take it all the fuck in. Take it all the way in. Take it all the way in. Because I'm not that confrontational person. I'm not trying to ambush you, jump you. I don't have time. I didn't have time for it then, and I don't have time for it now. But yeah, I saw her. I haven't seen her in a few years, but I know where she stay at. You know what I mean? But she saw me on the train, and she was like, I can't believe that that's her. Like, she was like looking at me up and down like, and I'm like, yeah, this is me. And she was looking raggedy and old. And I'm like, karma is a bitch on her period. So yes. But yeah, that's my ambush story. I was ambushed by my friends, man, over a boy that I didn't even like. It's crazy. And I feel like that's why I don't have friends now, because motherfuckers is always plotting and envious and mad over some stupidness. Over stupidness. If you know me, like, if I have it and you ask me something, I'll give it to you. I don't walk around like I'm God's gift. Like, I'm just a genuinely nice person. But sometimes people don't like when you're nice. They want you to be nasty and evil and miserable like them, and they hate you because you're not. So yes, this is story time. I thank you for listening to my story, and until my next video, I'll see you later. Bye.